Sometimes I'm playing on piano, messing around, and I make a melody that sounds like it should be in a video game. I say to myself, that sounds like a water level. I can imagine that in Super Mario 64. I'm going down to the water. Or this sounds like a desert. Or this sounds like a spooky forest. So I play enough of these that I realized it'd be a great idea to make a video like this, compiling them together. To kick off the video, this is a song I'm calling The Spider Shack. This fits an NPC character, a very quirky one. The song is quirky to match. That is a spider. I imagine she's a girl, but she's friendly. This song would play if you go to her house, her shack. It gets a little fast-paced there at the end. That would be more suited to like a particular cutscene. Something weird is happening in her house, like some kind of Rube Goldberg kind of crazy thing. I don't know what would happen, but something. I don't feel like that should play in just the normal looping variety in her house. Next, we have a boss theme. I was very much inspired by Super Metroid. I feel like with the proper percussion and were I playing on a Super Nintendo sound font, it would sound a lot like something you might hear out of Super Metroid. This particular recording is kind of annoying to me. There's timing issues, and they make me really... But I'm not going to redo it, because this is just a proof of concept. Not bad, right? Timing issues maybe. Little Bear on the piano needs percussion, needs some shrill instruments. For our third song, I have one called The Ice Cavern. This will fit any ice cavern in any video game. It's slow, it's creepy, it encourages critical thought and exploration when there's puzzles involved. I guess I was inspired by Ocarina of Time's Ice Cavern in that way. This one is actually played on keyboard instead of piano, and that's because I was dying to try out a certain synth, I believe it was one of the synths, and I wanted to try that sound because I felt like if this was ever going to be really in a video game, it would sound more like this. Although, if you imagine it as playing on a piano instead, I think it can sound rather beautiful in its own way. But this is not the beautiful version, this is the kind of creepy Ice Cavern-y version. And finally, what is perhaps my most favorite of the bunch, simply because I think it has the strongest melody line, is a desert theme. This is perfect for a hot savanna desert with Middle Eastern inspired NPCs and enemies. And that concludes this first volume. I'm not gonna be running out of material anytime soon. There's gonna be a second volume, there's likely gonna be a third and fourth. And that's because a lot of music I play, I'm like, that sounds like it could fit in a video game. So, stay tuned, stay subscribed, and you may just see me play tunes that sound like overworlds, water levels, creepy forests. I'm working on several creepy forests, in fact. And more boss themes, because I never tire of those. I may even try to make a theme of a suggestion in the comments. If you're watching right now and you say, I want a such and such, I'll consider it, because I read every comment. I may not do it, but I will consider it. So thank you for watching, and you can look at all my piano compositions in this YouTube card, and you can also see 2 of my latest things at this end card. Adios, muchachos. Ow.